to another video. It has been a very weird few weeks for me. I think I'm coming out the other side of it now. But yeah, there's been issues with my car, there's been issues at work, there's been issues. I got monetized on YouTube, but I've been dealing with a lot of monetization issues on my gaming channel. And then I've actually been having crashes on the PC this weekend, and the past few days actually, when streaming on my gaming channel as well. So it's been a really messed up week. So I'm sorry we didn't get around to anything a little bit sooner than now. But I hope you guys have had a good week yourselves. And I've not had a bad week. I know I've just said all that, but I've not had a bad week, so to speak. I did get things done I wanted to get done. I think sometimes it's about how you kind of go towards something, right? Like, I've been really frustrated recently because I want to get everything back on track and get sorted and feel like I'm on the right, moving towards my goals. But if you start punishing yourself for not feeling like you're at your goals, then it's kind of pointless, right? So I've been trying to take some time and relax and just watch stuff and take time with friends and reevaluate and understand that even if I have a problem today, that problem doesn't exist forever. The computer was crashing, right? Worst case scenario, the computer will be set back and I will get into the computer. Yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, it really would suck. But is it life or death? No. Is it going to stop me doing content forever? No. There's reasons I wanted it to happen. Probably now, by the way, the crashes are fixed, I think. Fingers crossed. But I think it's one of those things of sometimes you have to just approach things differently. And I'm not saying that you're going to manage that every time. I definitely don't. But I think sometimes you have to just go, right, okay, am I giving myself, I kind of always found this word weird to use, but I think it's right in this instance. Am I giving myself grace? Am I giving myself a grace period to go, okay, go away, come back? Like last night, for example, I was trying, I basically system restored my PC, and I was unsure if it was going to work, but what did I do? I left the PC running to see if the problem was fixed, and I went and laid down and had a sleep and let it just go away out of my mind. And I think it was the best thing I did, because I got back up, saw that everything was still working, and just went, yeah, great, I've had a sleep. I haven't sat poring over it, and it's worked. Win-win, right? And it's like that thing of the watch kettle never boils, all those types of references and ideas and kind of thoughts, sometimes you just need to move away, sometimes you just need to take a minute and go and do your thing and then come back, and it might just be okay. Sometimes things fix themselves, or not necessarily fix themselves, but are fixed better after a while, or after a time, or the problem will reveal itself, or whatever. And it's so liberating sometimes to just kind of step away. I think we're so fearful of stepping away, right? There must be an answer right now. We need an answer right now, I think that's because we're so used to that as a culture, right? Once upon a time, you would ask a question and maybe not get an answer because it wasn't necessarily in the book that you had in front of you, or it wasn't necessarily something your friends and family knew about. Now you can Google everything, almost everything, in minutes, seconds even, for most normal things. But I was thinking about that as I was researching the crash, the problem that I was having. Wow, there are so many people who have had similar or small varying degrees of what I'm going through. This is information overload, because some of these people aren't having my problem specifically, but they're having a problem that's similar. And so I was pouring through information after information, and it was so obviously the internet is a great thing, it's how I get to provide these videos to you guys, it's how I get to enjoy these videos from others, it's how I get to do what I do, and a myriad of other reasons as to why the internet is great. Accessible learning is a good thing, right? But it's crazy to think how much information we actually take in, and especially information that is superfluous to us. Like a lot of that information didn't mean anything to me because I didn't need it, but I still listened to it and watched it and learned from it and read about it because in case it did, that's a lot of the information we actually have. In case information. I don't think it's good all the time to have in case information. So I think sometimes it's good to step away, good to take some time and reevaluate and look at things and read for a little bit or watch an episode of a show or watch another, one of your favourite creators ASMR wise, it doesn't even have to be me, but it should be me, but it doesn't have to be me. But yeah, I think, so often we get preoccupied with the sense of like, oh, I need to know, I need to solve this now, especially me. I find it very hard to disengage from a problem. I find it very hard, like if someone to speak to me about a problem there and then, I'm like, why? Instead of going, okay, and taking 5 minutes or letting them come to me, I find it hard. I go back to a lesson I learned about a year ago from my therapist when they said, do you need to know everything? And actually, as a person, I found that a lot of the time that's my impulse to know everything. But I don't need to know everything. Do I need to know every conversation my bosses have at work? No. Do I need to know what other people on the other side of the room are doing? No. It comes from a place of uncertainty about myself. I know that. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that it's because I panic that people are either discussing me or that what I'm doing won't be sufficient if I don't know this thing, if I don't do this thing, if this thing isn't perfect. All those things were around my head at times, but I actually made a bit of progress the other week with this exact thing. I was going out for drinks with friends, and admittedly I drank too much, but that's a different story. We won't go into that. But one of the things I decided to do, which I never do, I left before other people. I am usually the last man standing, not because I want to prove anything alcohol-wise or anything like that, but because I dread the thought of missing something or having some conversation about me or that would be relevant to me be missed. And it's like, do I need to do that? Do I need to be there to the end? Do I need to involve myself in everything? No, because half the time I don't even want to be involved in everything. I just do it because I'm going through the motions. And that's so bad, right? Like, why not just live my life? Why worry about how other people are living theirs? And not in like a negative way, right? I'm not being cruel or kind of overbearing to people, but I'm being cruel and overbearing to myself, right? Like, I'm not allowing myself the grace that I deserve. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is this week I'm trying to practice a little bit of grace, a little bit of patience, a little bit of hands-offedness. Stop the helicoptering of myself, which is even worse, right? And just kind of letting things happen a little bit more. And, one of those examples again, a few weeks I had a car accident. It wasn't big, it was really small. And the car has been taken and is in the garage, and it's still in the garage, and I was very frustrated about that. But I went and spoke to them. They told me they will get back to me when they know what's going on. And I left it, and I thought, just leave it, don't worry about it. A day or two later, they actually messaged me, like rang me and said, the parts are in, we've got you on the list going forward now. I just thought, okay, I didn't need to worry that much. And so sometimes it just takes the world to remind you of your place in it, and not in like a humbling yourself way, but in a like relax yourself way, because everything might not be alright all the time, but eventually, at some point, they'll be okay again, type thing, right? And right now, it's in that kind of getting to okay again phase, but it's about how you act in the not okay phase, because you can act with decorum and grace and kind of responsibility and respectability, or you can whine and throw your lazy fit and be upset and frustrated in a negative way, right? Being upset and being frustrated aren't necessarily negative emotions. They are what they are, but they're not necessarily fully negative. You are allowed to feel those things. They normal. Being disappointed, being angry, being upset. It's how you channel what you do with those emotions. Do you get angry and do something productive with that anger? Or even take time to reflect on that anger, why you're angry, and center. There's lots of things you can do with these emotions that isn't just kind of fall into the baser instinct of them. And I'm trying that. I think maybe you guys might want to hear that too. Hear that someone has those moments, and hear that someone is working through them. And if you guys hear that too, let me know. Let me know how you guys are doing this week, these past few weeks. Are you frustrated with anything? Are you finding something difficult right now? Because I think we all are on one level or another. We might not say it, but we are. And I think it's nice to kind of know that there are other people out there. That was my big thing when I was actually researching my PC and seeing those issues with like OBS, which is what I use to capture my content. Is it that it's me? Is there something wrong with my PC? There's also a dog barking, by the way, but don't forget about that. Shut up. In the nicest possible way, dog, shut up. I love you, dog, but like, I don't. Right now. Other people had problems similar, and it put me at ease. There's nothing more relaxing to someone than community, than knowing someone else is going through the same thing. Like, why do you think celebrities so often reveal how they go through things? Because they want the empathy, but they also want people to be able to feel a return. They want people to be able to recognize themselves. That's who we are, that's what we are as people. We want to be seen and see ourselves. And, I just think sometimes bad things happen. And that's true, that's life. But it's how you react to them, and how you go about them, and how you respond, and how you treat the people around you in those moments, and how those people around you treat you themselves. And yeah, sometimes being negative is okay, as long as you do something positive thereafter. I don't know if this advice is worth it. I don't know if this advice is relevant to you right now. And if it's not right now, maybe it is in a month's time, 2 months' time. But, yeah, feeling a lot better today. Feeling a lot better this week. I hope you guys do too. I hope you have a great relax. I hope you have a great rest. I hope you have a great day, night, afternoon, time zone, whatever. You guys are great. And I am so excited to continue doing these videos for you guys. Trying new things, testing new things out. I've been doing that recently with some of the videos we've been doing. I hope you guys have liked them. Let me know. Now that Peralta's Plays, my gaming channel, has kind of hit its monetization point, I am looking towards putting a bit more time and effort into, for what it's known, my podcast and Murmur Mythos. That is a plan that I have. I don't know if it's necessarily going to go just yet, but keep an eye out, because I'm trying to set the proper plan in place for that to happen. So, maybe things will change here soon. Maybe we'll start doing more videos, or start doing different things, or you guys will see soon enough. But yeah, in the meantime, as I said before, have a great rest of your day, great relax, great study session, whatever you're doing, great sleep, and I will see you guys again very soon.